G'day mates, welcome back to Stellaris Robotic Revival. We're heading in today to essentially try and salvage our situation. We've got these two big ass guys, the Star Realm of Immer, and the Conclave up here on the northwest of us. So they are starting to hem us in. There's a couple of resources here in the center that I would love to grab if at all possible, but it looks like our expansion avenues are going to be down here to the southwest. I threw a little bit into corvettes, but I probably should have spent some of those minerals on a new colony ship. But I think for the time being, we're going to be sitting pretty happy where we are. It might be worthwhile taking this one down here before we take that one there. One, because it's bigger. Getting the growth done early would be very, very nice. What just happened there? I don't know where our dudes must have been up here somewhere in this system. Yes, okay, that system has gone inside. We've lost control of Romachus. Hopefully we can get this one here before their things expand out too far. Let's have a look at this gigantic skeleton. You should be able to research that. There we go. Using control and shift, as I've said a few times before, to queue that up in advance without breaking the rest of the queue. Now, I think what we're going to need to do is level this one up here. We've got the cash for it. We'll level you up from a reassembled ship shelter into something a little bit better, and then we can start throwing down some proper buildings. I don't like investing in buildings early on, because the crap I can build here, basic hydro farms, basic mines, etc., are all pretty shit for the most part. Now we're going to use you to... What are we going to do with you? I could throw a... You know what, I could probably throw a frontier outpost here to push him back and claim his system, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to require a little bit, and it's going to be expensive to maintain, but I can always delete it later. We've got the influence. There's no problem there with the influence. Let's actually have a quick look at how we can spend our influence. I like to save a bit up, so I've got a good amount right now. It's only 5%. They've weakened this, although ethics changes aren't as bad as they used to be. So for now I'm not particularly bothered. There's nothing there that's hugely useful. I may be able to do some edicts though in here. Spirit of Science, not worth it. Infrastructure cost could be handy actually. Propaganda broadcast, nothing there particularly useful. For now, I'll just hold on to it. We might need a little bit for colonization and so on and so forth. Where was that? That was somewhere. Yep, looking good out there. I think what I'll get you to do now is we're nearly there. Another 2 more months to go. And get that built in. It'll push them back a little bit. It won't be cost effective necessarily early on, but it'll just buy us a little bit of time. We'll stop them getting these good resource systems here. Both of them are very, very handy. It'll give us a huge edge up. So you, my friend, build that frontier outpost there. And you guys are going to have to join on up. Now I think what we're going to do is use our people to check out this. Is that the final one to look at? I think it is the final one to check out. Actually no, we have to recover the probe up there as well. And recover the probe down here. That is a simple mission though. So we'll send our science ship out, take care of you, and he must have been caught over here. And what else do I want to do with you? Can you... No, I can't get that one just yet. What are you? You're 4, so you're able to... What have we got here? Battle wreckage. Penal colony. So you're the only one who can get the penal colony at the moment, but you can't get the others. I'm inclined to... Now they're not going to live very long. That's worthwhile keeping in mind. My guys are fleeting, so let's have a quick look at this guy. They will live till 62, and then after 62, obviously he lives a bit longer because he's resilient, but after 62 there is a chance that they will die. So you, not you, you are currently 57, so I got 5 more years out of you minimum. So I'm going to have to keep leveling you up doing what you're doing, and then run you over and take care of that in Jana? Yeah, Jana. I don't know how to pronounce that one. You can go back, save our energy, because we are running out, a little bit of a deficit here. And I think it'd be worthwhile getting you to get that once you've recovered that probe. Start taking care of some of these anomalies before we lose them into the other people over here. Now you are still superior to us. You, however, are still superior. You're growing superior. So we are, what are we researching? Okay, so I've got blue lasers. I think that will make a huge difference. Do we have the power for them though? That's the question. No, we don't. So throw one of those in there. We've still got the two mediums. Again, armor's not particularly useful on these small ships. We don't have shields, so we've got to work with what we've got here. Anything better we can put on? No. So we'll take a bit of armor off, throw a bit of more power on, and up our weapons. That is probably the more useful thing to do. Level them up, 12 ships. Let's have a look now. We've got 343 to 378. So a decent upgrade there in battle power. Does that mean they're still superior to us? They just must have more ships. We can build 4 more up to our current cap. So, probe recovered. Excellent. You are not that high just yet, but you can select you. You have a 10% chance of failure, but I reckon you probably get through that one pretty quickly. We're probably going to afford that. Here we go. If we go with that one there, we've now got Frontier Outpost only, instead of taking 2 influence to maintain, they're only taking 1. So we've got the 2 separate ones here. The Red Legion, it sounds very militarist. I don't think I've ever had them before. They are an imperialist faction. Rivalries, dominating, conquering, blah blah. Okay, unrestricted warfare, fine. Subjugating makes them happy. Expanding our borders is good. Local rivalry is good. Neighborhood rivalry even better, so it's 5% by having 2 rivals. And having a third one, I can point to that, having a third one will probably give them an additional 5 or 7 or something. So I imagine quite a bit. And joining a federation will piss them off. There you go, a little bit more influence to gain. Oh, brilliant. Okay, so we've got this. We've retaken the system. That's very nice. Let's have a quick peek here. You still have a little bit of failure risk. What we can do now, though, is start taking these things back. Get those mining stations on board. I won't be able to get... shit. Okay, we are having a bit of a problem. Those guys have, because we've pushed against their borders, have now joined. I didn't think that was going to happen because they're fanatic xenophobe and these guys are normal xenophobes, but apparently that does work, and they just hate me more than they hate each other. So a little bit of a problem there, but I think we can manage it. They're expanding down to Runa. Survey speed, anomaly research speed, kind of helpful. You, my friend, are going to... What are we going to do with you? Not a lot I can do with those. I think I'm just going to send you out in this direction and see if I can find a way out of this predicament that I seem to be finding myself in. You head that way. Now with these guys, I think another colony ship is the best bet in the near future.
Project complete.
Very interesting find. Beautiful. We got that quite easily. Yep, so you're heading up that direction. That's fine with me.
Complete.
Research. Okay, we've got more energy. That's good. It'll allow me to put on a... Deflectors would be handy, although I really want that one. Deflectors will come back next time I'm finished as well. So you're building up here. Society and engineering. I think we do need society. It's worthwhile, I think. Still can't afford to build that. I can afford it, but I don't want to build it just yet. I'm going to need nothing just yet. I'm going to wait. I'm going to get... Beautiful. What do we got here? Border range, excellent. That's pushing them back further. Habitability of 5 would be handy, although I think that's probably more useful. Clear some tile blockers. Okay, can we get our colony ship? Yes, we can. 350. So we're going to throw our colony ship down. We're going to take Tiralam.
Situation log.
Shit. What do we got here?
Under attack. Anomaly found. Evading hostile.
Well, that's shit. Looks like we have just lost our construction ship and probably the 90 minerals or so that it was going to be using to build that energy thing there. So I'll get another construction ship when you're done. And the science is dead at 65. That's not good.
Situation log updated.
Oh no, it must be one of our researching scientists. There we go. You can research that. And what do I need for here? This was, what was it? It was society. New worlds is handy and possibly anything else that we can get. Yeah, Urbar, I think will be a good one. They will get some things like naval fleet expansion and whatnot, naval capacity. That's what you can handle. So our scientists are going to start dying. Our people are fleeting. This is the first generation passing by already. Ceramo metal armor, kind of handy. But I think after iron thrusters would be kind of cool. But I reckon mining networks will be more useful to me in the near future. You have... Still working on that one. You can build
System survey complete.
a lot of different things, but I think going...
Special project complete.
What do I want to do here? We're going to need... Just trying to think about what I'm doing here. I'm going to put you there. And I'm going to build a robot pop here. While we're done there as well, you can build a power plant.
Anomaly found.
Okay, you research that. The colony ship now. Head down and take on Turlam the Third. Spend a bit of influence. Dunk you in. That looks like a beautiful situation. We're going to call you Ital Sadon. I don't know. I haven't even released the first episode yet, so I don't know what exactly I'm going to call you. I haven't suggested any, or haven't taken any suggestions from people. We're going to call this Screktacular. If I can spell correctly, it'll get even worse. Here we go. And don't expect these names to get much better. So if you guys have some suggestions, I probably should release the episode where I am even asking for suggestions. But again, if you've got some, throw them in, and maybe we can stop this travesty of naming that we're currently going through. Alien Mural, let's have a quick peek at you.
Situation log updated.
You can research that one there. So these people are still at 4. Once one of them gets to 5, if they do before they die, I don't think that is likely to happen. I didn't pick fast learners, did I? No, that would have offset our problem of dying too young. But I guess we'll work with what we've got. Alpha aliens, please don't kill them. Oh no, they just might be the space cows. They don't matter, the Tianki, whatever they are. Space whales. You can... Nope, can't get those just yet. In that case, you're going to go up there and grab an extra bit of energy before we go completely broke. Because colonization is eating us through. It's not a major concern, but...
Project complete.
Okay, a bit of experience. Who got that? Probably the dude who was further behind, whichever one of those it was, because they are now currently equal. Research always handy. There we go. Okay, now with this one, basic combat roles can be great, especially the chance to evade for corvettes, but I do want deflectors. I think deflectors are going to be a higher priority for us, so we need to get our military up, at least keep them equivalent, because combined, if they make an aggressive push against us, they could do a lot of damage to us very, very quickly. What do I need? I don't really have the minerals at the moment to grab another constructor just yet. One should be sufficient. Silicon life forms. What I am going to do is build this one here. Another spaceport there will make this area properly defended, at least against any early armies. Later on, spaceports and defensive ports become pure crap. They become absolute shit. And I really do wish that... geez, that's close together. I really do wish Paradox would consider fixing that in the future. because as it is, the defensive station serves no purpose. Even the top level, top tier ones later on though. What do I want here? Destroyers might be a way forward. Now it's a very expensive tech. Very expensive tech, but I think I'm going to go for destroyers. Now what that'll allow me to do is hopefully get a technological edge on these guys, bring in some of the bigger guns, and I'll be able to push them back if I can get the mineral income, which at this point in time I do have an advantage in mineral income. I think. There's no way they have quite as many minerals as I do. Survey completed, beautiful. Any of these guys level 5 just yet? Not yet. And they're not going to live long enough. 64 and 62, so they can both die at any minute. Some primitives is kind of handy. Industrial age, not going to come up for a long time, but that could be a very handy source of... Actually, continental world, they're different to me, they're different planets. Now they're going to be really pissed if I invade them, but these guys are already hating me. And they're xenophobic, so I don't think it'll be a massive concern. I might be able to actually invade there and take myself another colony, and it's going to be an already nicely built up colony. Very nice, and it'll give me a new species with which to start colonizing other planets with. I think that could be a viable option. Oh, elite guard. Okay, 1 personal guard force. That's kind of cool, I guess. Maintenance of 50, so they're slightly higher. 0.3 versus 0.5. I may as well spend the money on them. And I think one more. Just have a quick look at what armies they've got here. On the planet they have... I can't see their armies because I'm not over top of them. But I don't imagine they would have an industrial force of people, would have a particularly powerful one. So we're talking 1800s here. Maybe late 1800s perhaps. Or... Actually no, it'll be about 1850 is where they are currently in terms of technology. So they're not going to be posing much of a problem. It's going to be War of the Worlds style. Another mining station. And there's our colony down there. Now this one, Screktacular, you are still not high enough. I don't imagine what we're going to get very much here. I can't jump over that way. I think if you hit, actually, can I get? Yes, let's recover that probe before you die. I had forgotten about that. And then we'll be able to take that anomaly. Actually, now I'll change scientist. I'll get somebody who's not doing anything, and you can recover that anomaly or do that anomaly. I don't want these guys to die soon, and going out further is not going to give me a massive advantage just yet. Well, here we go. Screk, you guys. Only 2 armies. Now I wonder if that's going to be enough or not. I don't know, we'll give themselves a leader. Who have we got? Cheap, good morale, good damage. I'll take the butcher. They really are like an evil empire. You guys can go over here and you can enter the orbit around Lajkut. It's hard to see that one. So around Lajkut, we're going to enter the orbit and take them down if we can. They may even beat us back. More minerals will be handy, and then if I've got the cash, I don't have the cash, but when you're done, I should have a sufficient amount to take the science there. And that'll give us destroyers much earlier, and these tile blockers. What have we got here? We just finished deflectors. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm going to want... I don't know if they use missiles or not. They may use either missiles or laser, or kinetic weaponry. I don't know. Improved deflectors could be handy. I think the physics lab is going to be better just to have that option there at a later date. Okay, looks like these guys are... There we go. We are poised to invade Lajkut. These people, they don't know what's coming on, but Queen Victoria, she'll be fighting back the evil invaders. But you know what? I'm going to be doing that one next episode. We've hit our time limit for today. So I've been Blxz. This has been Stellaris Utopia Robotic Revival. Make sure to smash that thumbs up button if you do indeed enjoy the content. And you know what? Just smash it up just because it's helpful for the channel. Even if you don't enjoy it, drop a comment, let me know. You know what? Thumbs up, they help me. They actually genuinely help channels to grow. But you know what, guys? I'm going to see you next time as we invade Blxz and bring them under our thumb, War of the World style. Take care.